Hello, everyone. It's Lynette Bickle and my friend Joe.
Hi, guys. Okay, hold on 1 second. I gotta see.
What's shaking, Mamacita?
Not much. I gotta make sure I'm in your viewfinder or whatever. Is that better?
Just move your camera a little bit towards your window. Yeah, like towards your air conditioner thing, the black thing. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Let me get some paper. We're going to get all set up tonight, y'all. Kind of excited. Hi, Drusilla. Let me get some scissors. Let me get them things set up over here.
See if that works.
Hi, Katie Hennings.
I feel like I look really gritty. Katie, do I look gritty? I can't tell.
You look what?
Like gritty. Like
You're
my
weird.
internet's crappy.
No.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Strong Not Filtered. I'm gonna put some music on while she's doing all that jazz.
Some results I just don't feel like reading.
All right, guys, welcome to Strong Not Filtered. I am Joe McCormick. That is Lynette Bickle. We are two ladies that have never met in person, but we definitely have a great friendship over the phone. Hopefully this winter we'll get to connect. We have lots of topics. Lots of topics tonight. Lots and lots and lots. I'm not loving my hair on this camera. Just telling you.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
I love my hair, but I'm not loving it on this camera.
Yeah, like I really like it. Well, you know, everybody, she just moved. So we're going to talk about that. Let's just talk about that for a little bit. She doesn't have her lighting set up. She has a little lamp. You can see everything. Well, you can't see anything. You just see a door and a pretty color wall. But, oh, okay. Oh, that's good lighting. So she literally is just moving into a new place. She would love to share a little bit of her Be Real Raw right now because she legit is a little cranky pants tonight. She's about ready to kick some arse. So what's up? What's happening? Hey, Natasha.
Like, I have been dealing with the internet situation in my apartment since 2 p.m. today. I called Spectrum. I ordered internet. You know, you just call and say, hey, can I have high-speed cable? Absolutely. It'll be at your door tomorrow. Perfect. Open my box, and there's no router. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I called Spectrum, and they're like, on the phone with them for 2 hours. And then finally, I'm like, can I just go to the store? They were like, yeah, you can pick one up. So, sorry, that's my finger. It's falling. So I go and pick up a router, and I connect it. It works on my phone, but it won't work on my computer, which is where I need it, not on my phone. And what else happened? Then I called Spectrum again, 30 minutes, and then they're like, it's HP, so call HP. So I call HP, and 2 hours later, and a fire alarm because somebody decided to burn some ish in the kitchen.
Wait, what did they burn in the kitchen?
Some ish.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know what
ish. And the fire company had to come. Yeah, so then the fire company had to come and had to like set everything back to normal while we're all evacuated outside. I'm like on the hood of my car dealing with HP while they're taking over my computer. I get back in here and they're like, there's nothing we can do. Your computer's old. My computer is less than a year old. Less than a year old. Like, I know it's like first world problems, but I'm definitely really irritated.
What does your cup say? Nobody likes a shady beach. That's right. We like it. Sun's out, buns out. Happy birthday, Lorraine Alba. Celebrating she should be getting close to one of her last chemo treatments, I believe. Right, Lorraine? I'm not really certain if that's true or not, but I think she was going to be coming up to one of her last treatments. Who else is celebrating something fun? Now, Johanna is celebrating the stressors of moving. I know Natasha's joining us. She's recently moved. Now, can you imagine she put in a pool and they staked off her house and they staked it off wrong? Can you imagine, like, what if they put the pool in wrong or the driveway in wrong and then they're like, oops, gonna have to dig that up. So imagine around.
And it happens like more than you think. Like my dad doing construction stuff happens more than you. Natasha sending you lots of prayers. So sorry about your puppy. Definitely followed you on Facebook. And you know, someone who has poodles, I know of their personalities and how close it can be. So sending you lots of prayers.
Yeah, so she is actually looking at getting another dog. And she sent me a picture, and you guys, I have to show you this puppy.
It better be another, like, doodle.
Zip it. I don't even know why y'all like the doodles. I'm a boxer person.
Because
but it is.
Girl, you got hair everywhere with them things.
With boxers?
Yeah.
No, not as much as you think. I used to have a golden retriever. Now that's a little shedder. Okay. Now, let me just show you a picture of the puppy that she's interested in.
Natasha. Oh, touch it. There we go.
Is this not the cutest thing? It's called a Bernie Doodle or something like that.
It's a mountain dog. It's a Bernese mountain dog mixed with a doodle. So how much will that get, Natasha? Will it get like 60 pounds or more?
So yeah, they're gonna maybe get this as a cute little doggy. Is it not the cutest little thing? Doesn't it look like a stuffed animal? Is that not the cutest thing? Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Megan. Hi, Keisha.
Oh my
so, yeah, like, yeah. Isn't that a cute dog? So if you're celebrating something, drop it in here. Natasha said 80 to 95 pounds.
Holy horse. That is a horse.
Yeah, like the kids will probably, like, ride it like a horse.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to. It's been a rough day. I'm trying real hard.
Now, normally I'm the one who cusses a little bit, and she doesn't. But here's what's funny. Is she going to be the one cussing tonight? And I'm going to be like, now calm down, girlfriend. Now, Keisha just recently moved, too, so she knows that. Now, there was a house that I was looking at not too long ago, and then I was like, oh, Lord, have mercy. I'm going to have to pack up this whole house. Now, you know what happens when you get ready to move. All of a sudden, the men in your life are so busy, and they're working, and all of a sudden, they don't know how to pack or box or do anything. So it gets left to you. And then, okay, they might help you, but let's be honest, you get to the new place, they don't even know how to set up a kitchen or a bedroom or a bathroom.
Giant eye roll. Yeah.
Speaking of bathroom, so I am literally upstairs, and all of a sudden I hear crash, bang, boom. It's like this huge crash. And I'm like, what in the heck just happened? Like, literally thought somebody like fell hardcore in my bathroom, and I'm like, what the fudge just fell? Like, I thought my clothing rack that held all my clothes came crashing down, and I thought that would be horrible because I would just throw those out and go buy more because they hit the floor. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Are you? I think you are.
Maybe not. So I had made this 4-foot by 3-foot wood frame thing, and I took the glass out of it, and I put cardboard or some type of like push board in the back, and then I put these pins in there, and I put all my necklaces in it, and then I put these like little hooks on the end, and I had my hats hanging on it, and I had my bracelets.
Like over your toilet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what happened? I even had the right hooking. I had the hook that, you know, is like the J hook, and it goes in the wall like this, and the, you know, like the nail goes in at an angle, and you do it per poundage, and you put it in. Oh, no. It literally slid down the wall and pulled the whole drywall right on out.
Shut
and that whole thing, it went flying. Half my necklaces broke. I don't even know. Like, I went down there, and literally hats were in the toilet, jewelries were in the toilet. Good thing there wasn't poop or pee in the toilet, but you should always close the lid of the toilet because literally it was like diamonds, jewels, all of these things, fake diamonds. I don't put my real diamonds hanging on this board, but I was like digging in the toilet because you don't want to flush anything down the toilet. So yeah, like I have a big mess. And then like imagine all of those long necklaces, those other necklaces, all of those chains and everything's are all intertwined. I literally have a cluster of mess downstairs in my basement right now. So literally not looking forward to cleaning that. So good night, Keisha. But listen, tomorrow morning, 8:45, you guys, I find out my surgery time. So tomorrow we'll know when my surgery is. So I'm excited about that. But let's talk about our giveaway before we get into our stuff. So tonight's giveaway is super, super cute. It is this super cute little bag. You know, I love the mud pie bag.
In our drink.
I wish there was. I really would love some vodka. But I love the mud pie bags because it really does help to support the American Cancer Society. And you know, Joe and I love always supporting and giving back other different types of organizations any way we can. And so in our purchases, nobody likes a Shady Beach.
No, this is mud pie too.
Shut your mouth.
Yes, girl.
What you drinking that's so hot? Some tea?
Mm-hmm.
Kathleen, you shared. Lauren, you shared. So Lauren and Kathleen. So this here is Mud Pie, and Mud Pie has committed to $100,000, you guys, to the American Cancer Society to help provide wigs for cancer patients. And so we love supporting them. So for those people that are rocking cancer, as we come into the fall and October again, it's Breast Cancer Month, you got this. And I feel like as women, we have a lot of stressors in our life. I don't know why it is in fall, like especially with like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes this time of year when the weather changes and it starts to, I don't know, like I think we all get up in our feelings. Bentley's got the background music as always. But like, this is just a cute little reminder in your purse. Like, no matter what, you got this. And if you don't, phone a friend because they know that you got this. But in that, we have a lovely little mini MAC matte makeup lipstick. Love MAC makeup. Okay, like who doesn't? But this is a little mini. And the color you can see right here is Whirl. So it's kind of like a taupey brown. So it's like a blue-red brown.
That's cute.
Okay. And then we're going to throw in a Starbucks gift card because it is pumpkin spice and everything nice time. So you got this. So you're going to have a little pumpkin spice. Your lippies are going to look good as you're sipping your coffee. And you're going to have, you know, a little extra cash in your little bag right here because you're going shopping with your girlfriend. So tonight's giveaway. Okay. How you liking that? Everybody's blowing me up right now. You cannot have it. You have to share it to get it. No, you can't just have it. Thank you. Share, invite, and you can get it.
Hey, Megan.
I am wearing.
Hey, Lisa.
I am wearing a really fun color right now, the Blondes collection from MAC, and the color that I'm wearing right now is pretty fun. David Blonde.
I'm wearing Carmac.
Yeah. Well, you know. We're going to talk about presentation later, but isn't this fun?
Is that what you're wearing right now?
Yeah. I only had lips. I still think about DSL every day, DSL every day, DSL. And if you don't know what DSL is, okay, they're like Joe's lips. And somebody on this show said DSL, and you have to Google what DSL is. So, yeah, girl. Yeah. Okay. So, Lisa's so funny.
Am I not in the picture? I can't tell.
Yeah, you totally are.
Like,
it's the stress of the holidays and the lack of the vitamin D from the sun, Megan said. I know. Lisa Bridges wants that lipstick, so she shared. Oh, Kathleen, I hope you win. You win everything. You got a horseshoe in your hiney. So you'll probably win. Lauren, I got you, girl, too. Okay, so let's go to our first topic.
Wait, does Kathy say she wears Tupac Brown?
No, she wears taupe and brown. Not Tupac. She's not like Tupac Shakur.
I know. I was like, wait, what?
So you had Starbucks is a thing on here. What is Starbucks all
For your
about?
giveaway.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
and
just
you
a
see the
giveaway. It's
map.
not attached to
Mm-hmm.
your. Okay, so let's talk about what you talking about
No,
first.
you talk about it. I'm like stressed out by the new environment. I'm trying to adjust. I don't like my lighting sitch, so
You don't.
no. Y'all, I'm in rare form tonight, I'm telling you. Don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth.
Bentley, Auntie JoJo's about ready to lay the smackdown. You better watch out. She's going to come up through this computer. Okay, so I'm going to talk about presentation. Okay, let's just go to presentation because I really have had this conversation with a couple people. How many of you are all about presentation? Anyone?
Clearly
We're going to
not me. Do you see me struggling right now?
Okay. What about your house? If you were to have guests come over to your house, are you the girl that would pick up your house before they came over, or would you just let them come in?
Hell yeah. You better call before you
Which
come.
one?
Yeah.
Which one would it be? Would you pick up the house, or would you just let them come over?
It depends what friend, and you better text or call before you come because I'm probably not dressed.
Okay, so you're the naked friend, like on Friends, like across the way, like
better
naked neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so presentation. Okay, Kathleen, presentation. Yes. Megan Grant, you raised your hand, but are you for a presentation? We have to wait. There's a delay, so we have to wait for the responses. So I'm all about presentation. I like to be put together. I'm struggling because my hair's pulled up in an unmessy bun. Like I try to make it a cute messy bun, but it's not a cute messy bun. The house must be clean before a guest, depending on the guest. Yes, I agree with you, Megan. Like if someone's coming for the first time to my house better be clean. But even still, if my house is a bit of a mess and they're coming over, it's got to be picked up messy. Like I can be like, oh, the house is a mess, but you know that you busted your
Your
hump.
house is never a mess. Like let's get real. I've been on Facebook.
What?
Like every day. Your house is never a mess. Unless like you're listing stuff on eBay or Amazon or
Oh yeah, that back room is my bed. That's messy. That closet is so full. Yeah, you seen that room because I got stuff out that one time for you.
Yeah, because girl, your house ain't ever messy. I like FaceTime you daily.
My office is a mess right now behind me on the floor. Because sometimes I come up and I just plop stuff down and I'm like, okay, I've got to do this. But they're like messy piles. Like I have to go through them. And then I have a stack of stuff that I got to scan because I'm trying to go paperless in my house. So everything is online. Should there be a fire, even like the hurricane right now, like imagine all of those things right now. Like if you didn't have things paperless. So I really love the ability to go paperless in our lives so that we don't lose things that are important to us. Because, you know, having my parents go through a fire and then our basement flooded, we lost so many things in that water damage, flood, pictures, photos, things that, you know, you put in a box in a safe, dry place that you think is going to be safe forever. And then you lose it. And you're like, you know, now a lot of things are on Facebook or online or, you know, SD cards, or you can, you know, store them. But I have an online storage place now too. So yeah, I'm with you with tidying up a little bit. And I love messy buns too, girl. Kathleen, you're my sister from another mister. But I had this conversation with someone about being to work on time. Would you rather have the office look good and have yourself presented in a full-on good look and look good, have yourself pulled together and be a couple minutes late, or would you rather be on time? Because what will your customer remember? Will they remember how you treated them, what you look like, whether you look like you could handle it and you were pulled together and professional? Or will they remember that you arrived 10 minutes before they even got there? I'm just wondering.
There, girl. How are they going to know?
I understand. So, I mean, I guess sometimes like presentation, like I think about that all of the time. Like you never know who you're going to run into and who you're going to meet and when that opportunity is going to seek. And so I'm a yes person and I love adventure.
Yeah.
And you never know who's going to be in front of you and you're going to have that opportunity to shine. And so I feel like I always want to be well represented And that's like your branding, and you're always branding yourself. And so, you know, people are like, oh, well, I don't want to pull myself together. Well, I'm sorry, but I feel like people make a very snap decision
judgment.
based on first impressions. And so I don't feel like you get to do that do-over. And oftentimes if I don't have makeup on because I have skin issues, and I've been working on them with different regimens and skincare and, you know, facials and whatnot, but they always like, oh, are you sick? Like if I don't put on eye makeup, people are like, oh, you are sick today? You don't feel well? And I'm like, no, honey, I don't have on makeup. Like I look like ass when I don't have on makeup. Hence why I put it together. So, and even when I pull myself together, even when I'm in like sweats or in like my gear, like my lounging wear, I always still am pulled together because I just feel like it represents who you are trying to always be. So I'm always curious, what is everybody else's thought process on that? Like people think they...
Can I tell you, I really think it depends where you live. Like where we live in upstate New York, like our Macy's, I don't think they sell anything that doesn't have elastic in the waistband.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Like,
Is everybody there 95?
Yeah, it's an AARP rated city. Mm-hmm.
Girl, move.
Wow.
Go.
Somewhere else.
Run.
Okay. Yeah.
Run.
Well, yeah, so I really think it's where you are. Like, I would say definitely when we lived in Dallas, like, I was a lot more put together when I walked out. Like, I think sometimes, like, upstate up here, and I am not judging because I know you're from upstate, like, it's okay to walk.
I am not from upstate New York. I am from Western New York, and I pull my shit together, okay?
Well, anything besides a city, honey, is upstate. Like, let's get real.
No. I'm Western New York. Let's get it right. Lisa Bridges, where's my Lisa Bridges at? Where we living, girl?
Like, I think sometimes, like, people think it's okay to walk out like a Walmart special.
Ooh, Walmart special. Walmart really knows what they're doing. And he's actually, I saw a really cute outfit on this girl the other day, and I watched it, and I'm like, I love your shirt. Where'd you get it? She goes, I actually got this at Walmart. And I was like, ooh, he must have gotten new designers because they really have stepped up their game. And I remember a few years.
The location. That's what I'm
It does.
That's why
it does.
Depends the location on how I dress and what.
It does. I remember a few years ago, like quite a few years ago, when Target added Isaac Mizrahi to their line, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, I got this at Target. Well, of course you did, because you have a New York designer designing now a line of clothing for Target. So you're getting designer looks in champagne beer budgets, right? Champagne looking beer budget. And you know I love that.
Depends like where I live and what I wear.
Hi, Amanda.
And what I'm doing.
So I'm all about the presentation. I would rather be 10 minutes late and look really good and be pulled together and be knowledgeable and be ready to go than get there 10 minutes early and have my desk be a shit show, not be pulled together, have a unibrow, not have a pulled on suit, I would not want a 3-piece suit. Like when I am at work, I am in a 3-piece suit. I have necklaces on, I have makeup on, I have jewelry on. Like when people walk in, they know I mean business and they trust me and believe me. And did you know statistically that if you wear glasses that like 80% of people will believe you a lot quicker? Like there's more trust with people are more likely to trust someone with glasses than someone without glasses. So if you really want to nail
hair color, like people think blondes are more approachable than people with dark hair. They consider them friendlier, more approachable.
Yeah, because they think they're a little. Because with blondes, they think they don't even know if they won't even remember my name. Like blondes have more fun, they say. I don't know that that's necessarily true though. Kokomo Walmart has a lot of super cute tops and shirts. Yeah, they have really cute swimsuits too. Just for the record, Walmart does.
Not mine.
And you know that Walmart, what he does, you know how like you'll see certain things there for a minute and then you won't see them? It's because he will make a deal with these vendors, if you want to call them that, and he will lock them at a price. And if they won't get to that price, he won't do business with them. And you know how he price matches? He doesn't take that cut. He goes back to the vendor and says, hey, Meyer had Cottonelle toilet paper for $15.99 and ours was $17.99. Why did you discount it over there? Meyer, you're going to give these 5 customers or all of this money back because we discounted it because that's what you sold it for. So he's really a smart businessman. He locks people into prices. As a customer, it's hard to work with them. But as customers, we appreciate the value of the good name brand foods and prices and products that we get there because he negotiates a really good price with those vendors on our behalf. And that's why you have such good pricing there. Got nothing, Joe?
No. No. Mm-mm.
What do you really want to say?
That he's not a great person, that he doesn't do great things for the environment, he doesn't take care of his employees. Like, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah, no, that's not what we were talking about. So that's a whole different topic. Now that we can really dabble there because that's a whole different conversation. But as far as the pricing of the food is what I was talking about.
Absolutely.
Prices of food and products that he has with his vendors is what I was specifically speaking on.
Then it all comes down to like P&L and where you price cut other things too in order to get that for the customer.
True. Mm-hmm. Okay, so presentation. Pull yourself together, people.
You're so funny.
Let's take it on because I can feel this pent up anger. Let's go to M&M.
No, let's go to Dior. I want to see her box. That thing is so pretty.
She is driving the bus today. Beep, beep. Let me get over.
I told you I'm in rare form today.
She is on you all. She is a 2-0 tonight. She is taking the hammer position. We're going to call her Hammer tonight. JM Hammer. Okay, so speaking of presentation, I placed a small, insignificant $20 order with Dior. I needed to get some maximizer for my lashes. I love to give my lashes some volume. I love to give them some length. And I do this with a maximizer, and it helps to actually let them grow too. You know, Joe loves the Babe Lash. I love the Rodan & Fields serum that they use. I think there's a name for it, but I don't know what it is. But it's their lash boost, I think is what they call it. But like I had bought this maximizer for my girlfriend Lindsay when she worked at Dior. She was the manager for a long time. She's like, you've got to use this. You're going to love it because prior to getting lash extensions and prior to using these lash serum boosters, I wanted to have that volume and that nice look. And so on those days when I wanted to have that va-va-voom look, I would lather that up and then I would slather on my...
Is it like a primer? Is that what it is?
It's a volumizer. So it's like a white clear. So it goes on before. Yeah. So I've run out of it. And so I get the emails from Dior all the time. And I happen to click on some like online exclusive promos that they have with their backstage pass things, whatever. And they happen to have a maximizer and mascara combo for the same price. Okay. Sure, I'll throw a mascara in my handbag because yesterday I was tooling around visiting customers and I'm like, I look in the mirror and I'm like,
oh my God, you told me that. Yeah.
What is wrong with my whole look today? And I was like, I put the maximizer on, never put the mascara on. So I was like, boy, would it be nice if I had some mascara in my bag right now. So I thought, oh, I'll order it. So presentation, they could have, like MAC, sent me a black little bag. That's what I got my MAC in for the giveaways because we ordered MAC for our giveaways. You guys are welcome, right? MAC always does a black box or MAC, whatever. So we've got a couple more MAC giveaways, coming up, just so you know, with some more colors for the holidays. But they could have sent a black bag. Wow, that's great. Okay, spent about the same amount of money, $29, $30, whatever. Then I got this big box and I was like, what is this? I don't even know what it was. I didn't recognize it. So let me open it up with you, just like how I opened it up. Let me stand up because this presentation wowed me because I did not spend that much. Dior. Okay?
God, it's beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, 100.
So So let's think about that. Like, this is a really big box, and it's so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, and look at this. I mean, we're getting fancy.
Heck yeah.
Fancy smancy. Oh, hi, Ben. Hi, you want to come to the show? Are you
Hey,
hungry?
can you tag me?
I did. You want me to go back and look?
Nope, I see it.
Okay. Hey, get down. So now I didn't even open this. I've got my envelope with apparently a love letter. I'm not really sure. With the compliments of Dior. Okay. They tell me all about their return policy. And then they put their labels in there.
So nice.
I mean, like, this is a pretty big envelope. And this box, like, let's be honest. Okay,
Did you
so
open it yet or no?
no. I'm going to open it right now. How pretty is this box, though? And I'm legit. This is what's really funny. Oh, wait, look at this. Little CD in here, Christian Dior.
I love it. How much did you pay for the whole thing?
Let me show you what's inside. This is it. It's the Dior Show Pump and Volume. That's it. That's all that came in there.
Oh, wait, turn the other side. We can see what it actually is. Yeah. Oh.
So it's volumizer and mascara. So it's a special. So presentation. 2 great products. But like, va va boom, blah.
Sweet.
I mean, let's be honest. Who made me feel like they really valued me as a customer, even though I spent hardly any money? And I took advantage of a special.
How much did you pay for that?
Like 20 some dollars. Let me see my receipts right here.
So you got a volumizer and mascara for around under $30.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Is that full size or travel?
Full size.
That's amazing. They still running that deal?
Yeah, I'll put the link in there. The volumizer is a smaller one. The mascara is full size.
Y'all, that is talk about like champagne taste on a beer budget. You've always wanted to try or have like a Dior item. There you go. I don't know if you can walk into a Dior store and get something for $20.
No, but think about that, you guys. Like, you literally just bought something from Dior, and you literally felt like $1 million. So that's something I will share the link, ladies and gentlemen. But again, like, and I'm not dissing either of them, but it's all about presentation. Like, this does not look like I spent $29 or whatever it was. I think it was $29 when all was said and done. Like, this does not look like a $29 item. That's all that came in that box. And, the whole ribbon and everything. I mean, that's pretty spectacular. And MAC, and we got these for our giveaways. We ordered lip gloss or lipsticks for giveaways because we thought it would be fun to do some fun fall colors for you guys with some Starbucks cards. But, I really, again, I'm all about the presentation. And again, who made me feel like they really valued my money? Who made me feel like, okay, well, whether it was just a little bit or a lot, like, who made me feel like that was?
I love it. Like, no matter who you are, you still get amazing presentation. Whether you're sitting in a farm or you're sitting in a condo in New York City in Times Square, Like, everybody's the same. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, because I'm a diva and I really like that.
Hey, Amanda. Hey, Drusilla. Hey, Mom. Hey, Kathy. And Amanda just shared her trip of a lifetime.
For what?
Her trip of a lifetime. So we are giving away tonight a MAC lipstick, a Mud Pie bag, and a Starbucks gift card. It's a wicked cute, and it's a coral color. coral color.
No, it's not coral. It's more of a taupey brown.
Right,
It's
taupey
called,
brown.
yeah, you can see the color here.
It's not a Tupac one?
No, it's not Tupac. It's called Whirl, and it's a matte color. So if you're curious to know what the color shade is, you can go onto their website and you can look up the color Whirl. It is a matte lipstick. It is like a brown, blue.
Don't forget to share. Let us know if you invited people so we can add your extra entries and let them hop on.
Yep, and it's a mini max, so you're not committed to it for a long time. So
I like that better too. Like,
yeah.
unless you have like a sample. Is that what you have on right now?
It's very close to the color that I have on. No, remember I have this one on? Yeah.
Who's that one by? I can't tell.
That's Mac. That's Philip and David. This is the blondes. There's only 2 colors in this one.
Got it.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to have you talk about the...
Oh my gosh, so Eminem, you guys dropped his new album. He didn't announce it ahead of time. He showed World War II kamikaze flights coming in, and he dropped his new album. And he kind of went after everybody. Like, this is like old Slim Shady. It's not like I'm all up in my feelings. Like, this is like who he was years ago, and people have been like waiting for this album. I've been watching the reviews, reading the reviews, listening to the music. Like, there's not one bad song in a CD. I can't tell you the last time I bought a CD, but his is selling really well, and there is not a bad song on there. But he's definitely pretty much going after everybody like Kanye West. Yeah.
That's going to be a brawl.
And people don't like to get into beefs with Eminem because he pretty much annihilates their career and they don't come back. Like,
you know
what happens.
One of my favorite movies is 8 Mile for so many reasons, but like I always love Eminem music because Eminem music always just, it reminds me of his battle and his struggle. And like even just watching that movie, it is just so rewarding to me because he's just like that guy that is just like, I'm gonna do my thing.
What you get.
Yeah, like, you know, and I guess I love when he does his final battle. Like, I have watched that battle over and over and over. And this is not the first time that we've talked about it. So, like, it is amazing when he's just like, I'm going to walk my ass across 8 Mile. And, like, I did sleep with your girlfriend. You know, like, my friend Cheddar did shoot himself in the balls. Like, you know, like, this is real life. Like, you go to a private school. Like, I just love how real and transparent that he always is. And
yeah, I mean, he
on really identify with him.
Yeah, he talks about, you know, like revival being bullshit, relapse being bullshit. Like, he talks about all these albums that he did are crap, you know, and how he did things because he wanted the publicity, you know, and he gets real with it. You're like, oh, snap. And he talks about like the new rappers and kind of EDM being like Dada rappers, like they don't have real bars, real words. It's like made up music with no talent, like no wordsmiths. And I know that kind of hurts you in the heart because you love EDM, but he definitely.
I'm just over here playing with my bracelets, just blocking you out. But you lost me when you started to bash EDM.
No. I just thought it was so interesting. So right now he's in a really big beef with MGK, which is Machine Gun Kelly, for anybody who doesn't know. He talked about his daughter Haley 6 years ago, and then Eminem made a diss track on his CD, like not just out there, on his CD. And Kelly got all up in his feelings and wrote this other song called Rap Devil, and actually it was really good. I was really surprised because I'm not a fan of Machine Gun Kelly, and it was good. And then I sent you this one video that actually like Eminem's fans made, one of his fans made, and it's crazy how they go after him. So people are still waiting for a diss, like an official diss from M, the round 2. But he did like a sit down interview, like White Couch style, which is crazy that it's gone like this far.
I'm gonna have to pull some of that out and start to listen to it. Amanda said that I'm gonna take this back for a minute. Said that she forgot to keep on. Said sorry, she kept forgetting to post her win. She saw tonight and was like, "Shit, she needs to do that before she forgets again." Laugh out loud, her bad. She has no clue about your. She lives in a bubble as a stay-at-home mom. Well, we've just introduced you to Christian Dior. I am your makeup queen. Yes, and I want a cool nickname. I was driving to work, and I'm like, I need a cool nickname, like Kiki. Do you love me? Yeah, like
I call you Lala. That's what you're on my phone as.
yeah, but Lala reminds me of someone who's like silly and can't remember anything.
You know
and like,
Lala?
skipping through a field, like la ti da ti da ti da. Wait.
Stop. Pump your brakes. Lala, who was a famous movie VJ, married one of the biggest basketball players ever, is in Kiki All in Your Feelings, like In My Feelings, and you love that song.
Kiki, do you love me?
Y'all, I'm telling you, I have like 7 Marcos, and I was like, I bet they're all Kiki videos from Lynette.
Like one day I stopped to get out of my car and move, and my car is so smart. It literally, as soon as I opened my door, put my car in park.
Did you hit the door?
Like, no, I was like, I opened the door and it's like park. Like, no, you can't do that, car. That's not even funny. But here's the thing. When I was in high school, they used to call me Punky Brewster because apparently I look like the girl from Punky Brewster. And then in 7th grade, when there was a show on, and what was the show that Alyssa Milano was on?
Oh, Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss? Everybody thought that I looked like Alyssa Milano when I transferred schools. They're like, you look like just like her. And I was like, yes. Now, there was a time in my life where I was blonde for like 12 minutes, and everybody said I kind of look like Jessica Simpson. And no. Rewind. Britney Spears, and who's the other girl that's just like her that sings?
Jessica Simpson?
No, it wasn't Jessica Simpson. It was Britney Spears and
I went to church with Jessica Simpson, just so you know, growing up.
no, but who was also pretty big around the same time?
That's it. Aaliyah. Missy Elliott.
No, it was another girl. She's still out there singing.
Oh, yeah. It starts with a C.
Christina Aguilera?
Thank you. Yeah.
I know, but someone was like, you look like them. And I was like, no, it wasn't Christina Aguilera. It was Jessica Simpson.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. There you go.
Did we really just forget Britney Spears? I didn't know that's where you were going.
Yeah, because for a minute there, like, people thought I looked like them. And then I'm like, what happened? Because Alyssa Milano right now is really hot. Where'd you go? There you go. There you go.
I'm telling y'all, I got to find a stand.
Marlo Thomas. Are we too young to remember that girl, Marlo Thomas? Do you remember that girl, Johanna, Marlo Thomas?
I don't know who that is.
I got to Google her up on my Google here.
I know. I'm like, who's that? Now I got to go look.
Oh, I see a picture of her doing this, and she's like blonde hair. There's a 2002 collector edition, 1966 to 71. And the title character
I wasn't even a twinkle in my mama's eye.
She was Anne Marie, an aspiring but only sporadical employed actress who moves from her hometown of Brewster, New York, to try to make it big in New York City. She's really pretty.
The Presidential Freedom Award by Barack Obama at the White House ceremony.
Do you think I look like her, Kathleen? Just wonder.
I get told I look like Steven Tyler's daughter.
Liv?
The bigger one.
He has another daughter? Mm-hmm. I can see where I look like her. Even her doll is really pretty. But you need to post a picture in the comments for us, Kathleen, when this gets over, because this is a pretty girl. I would take her. She got really good bone structure and everything.
She looks like Twiggy.
She's pretty. I don't know who Twiggy is, but
Mia, yeah, that's who it is.
Okay, so take that to the next one. Let's talk about Ariana Grande and Mac Miller, because I think I feel like that is like
Mac. That sounds.
Let's talk about those together because I feel like that's a year conversation. Although when I just put that up, Joe, it's kind of covering your face. There you go, girl. There you go.
Hold up. I'm telling y'all, I got technical difficulties up to wazoo. I'm gonna get it together one day. I don't know when. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, I can't tell. So yeah, Mac Miller OD'd. He was struggling with opiate addiction and overdose. They found him in his house in LA, and a lot of people blame like Ariana Grande for that, which is terrible.
So were they dating, Joe?
Yeah, they dated for about 2 years. That's why I played his song in the beginning. Like they had a chart topper, I should say, song together, and they dated for 2 years. I don't know why that's what. Sorry. They dated for 2 years and then they broke up. I want to say she's engaged and lives in New York City, and she ended up going into the hospital with almost like a nervous breakdown because people kept blaming her for like his death and what was going on.
He was 26 years old.
Really young.
Gosh. That's just so sad. But it says that he did struggle with substance abuse.
Yep. And it's sad that people blame her. Like, it's not her fault. Like, he was addicted to drugs before he met, you know what I mean? Before he met her. Like, she moved on with her life. Like, what's she gonna do? Like, hang out all the time until he got sober, like 29 years later? Get out of here.
Yeah. He got sober in 2015 because he told one of the magazines, because you had me watch some stuff before we went live, because sometimes if she's going to talk about a big subject, and sometimes she blindsides me to like rappers, because I'm more of an EDM listener, not a rapper, so she'll be like, I'm going to be talking about so-and-so today, but like, who? I don't know what you're talking about. So sometimes I'm like, okay, give me a little background. So W Magazine had reported that he had spent 2 years getting sober, and he actually had enjoyed that. So he was sober for a while, but apparently that was not something that stuck. But one thing that I have learned in the research that I have done since my brother's passing is that once you become addicted, there is a struggle to get clean, and there are periods where you get clean and then fall back and get clean and fall back and get clean and fall back, and then there's that period where you come clean and you stay clean. But sometimes it's a road and a journey to get to that.
I went to 12 inpatient treatment centers before I went and stayed clean. 12. You know, definitely. Like, I was an IV heroin user. Like, the recovery rate of that is less than 1%. You know, so it is a struggle. It's not something that comes overnight because you're dealing with like self-harm with needles, physical addiction, mental addiction, like behavior, you know, like it's all over the place. Like, it's not just like you're addicted to the substance, but it's the behavior and the lifestyle you become addicted to too. And that's sometimes where people really struggle.
You got me speechless again, girl.
Sorry, I know.
You got Lola up in her feelings. I want a cool last name like Santiago or something like that. Like, just
can I tell you? So my last name's McCormick, and you know, there's like a McCormick vodka that's like low shelf. It's not even like close to being top shelf. My friends used to joke with me. They're like, "Why couldn't you have a cool last name like Tanqueray?" I'm like,
"Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah, I'm like, I wish.
Or Belvedere.
Fireball.
Do.
Jerry Lee Jones, love me some Fireball. All right, we got a giveaway. We're giving away a MAC lipstick, a mud pie bag, and a Starbucks gift card. Make sure you share.
Yeah, because we got a couple more things to talk about, and then we're gonna wrap.
Just reminding people. You want to talk about 9/11?
A little bit, but I pulled up Kamikaze.
Oh, we already talked about that. It was Eminem's album that dropped.
So there. I'm behind on typing that in. Gotta keep me up. See? All these rappers. How about passing a pedestrian before 9/11?
Yeah, definitely. Let you take the lead on that.
Okay, so I got to talk to you guys about your driving skills because I think some of them really suck. Just saying. And if I were a policewoman, I would give a lot of tickets out. And I say that sometimes if you could see me in my car, I give the stank eye. I do the old, yeah. I pull my sunglasses down even over the the Tom Cruise sunglasses. When there is a jogger or a child on a bicycle with their parents, ever so
A
like
dog on a leash. That's
dog
my-
on a leash,
that makes me mad.
a teenager walking home from school, a runner. Right now, it must be athletic season for 30 kids running on the sidewalks and whatever.
Right.
When you pass and there is one lane and one lane, do you? Let me diagram this because I really want to discuss this. This is pedestrian right here, and this is car. Please hold while I get my amazing graphics at work. And this is my fast little car right here.
I'm looking at the thing that says hashtag passing a pedestrian, and there's little triangles that keep moving. Sorry, I keep catching my eye.
Okay, so Exhibit A.
Driver's ed.
Here is the person, dog. It could be anything. And here is car. When you see said individuals, dogs, cars, cats, people, rabbits, bikes, kids, do you come over like you're passing a vehicle and get back in the lane and cross the dotted line and come into lane? So this is option A. Do you just stay on the passing line, or do you just give them a little bit of A, B, or C? So we're going to give you 3 options, and we're not going to answer. Okay, A is like you're passing a vehicle and you go way over. B is that you're going to go into about the middle and you're going to give them about a half of car room length. C is you just get around a little bit, just a little bit.
Can I tell you I hate C people?
Huh?
I hate C people.
So we're going to give them a minute to answer. When you're passing a pedestrian, child, kid, anything right here, where do you pass? And this is a judgment-free zone.
As I just said.
Judgment-free zone.
Which one are
Donna.
A, B, or C? I'm waiting for comments to come up, and then we'll go. Remember, we're on a little bit of a delay, so.
We're just curious, where do you pass? And let me just do a little dog here now. Let me do a little doggy doo-doo right here on the leash. I'm going to be walking the dog. And then we got a little bicycle here. I can't even draw a bicycle because look at my wheels up in the air on my bicycle. I don't even have a bicycle. I don't even have a bicycle. Look at my bicycle, my wheels up in the air. Okay. So we're going to talk about this for a moment. When I was in high school, one of my teachers' dads was riding his bike. And Amanda, okay, we got some A's. My teacher's dad was in Florida, and he was out riding his bike like he does every day. And he hit a little imperfection in the street. I don't know about you and where you live, but my streets are not perfect, especially this time of year. There's construction everywhere, pebbles, stones, dirt, grass, this, that, the other. And a man who rides his bike and has ridden his bike for 30 years hit an imperfection and wiped out. And there was a C driver. Let me pull up my exhibits again.
I hate
There was a C driver that gave him just enough room. Well, his bike fell over, which it would have because he had a kickstand on his back tire because I don't know how to drive the tire in the right spot and ran over him, causing him to take his divine day on. So that is one thing that is really bothersome to me. And I see runners all the time, and I see people all the time. B is okay. B is what I will do if there's cars coming. But I'm an A person, and here's the thing.
Can I tell you something real quick?
Of course you can.
So it was like,
You're in a mood. You get to win.
so it was like 10 o'clock at night, and we're coming back from wine dinner with my parents, and I was driving them because, you know, I'm in recovery, so I don't drink. I'm driving them. There was a lady pushing a baby in the street like this. So here's a car, and the lady's pushing a baby like this in a stroller at 10 o'clock at night. And she's yelling at me. And there's a sidewalk, like a double sidewalk. Not like a sidewalk, but like a double-sized sidewalk to be on. I'm like, and it's like a busy intersection. This is like downtown Endicott. Like there's people moving in and out all the place. And I'm like, why are you yelling at me? And why aren't you on the sidewalk? Like, we're not in New York City. Like,
Sometimes you just have to be careful. You just never know why people are, you don't really know if there's a baby in there, but if there's a baby in there, yeah, you just never know.
Thank you, Kathy. That's what I said too. Let me tell you, we get a lot of folks up from the city. A lot.
Well, listen, this is my public service announcement. Instead of ABC,
PSA. Shout it, girl.
this is your PSA. Can't see. Y'all need to be A's, okay? Because here's the thing. It could be a dog that gets spooked because your car backfires or something and it jumps and goes to the left. It could be a kid that's on a bike and it hears your car and it turns to see you and it wipes out. It could be someone who's running and hits an imperfection and falls. It could be so many different things. And then what happens is they fall into the line of traffic. You become a C driver and there's no time to react because maybe there's a car coming. Yeah. You don't know what to do. You didn't
and then
see
you're
it.
charged with vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, that's not a very good day.
No, it's a lot of jail, possible jail time.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So what if you have to slow down because there's cars coming and wait and then go all the way around like you're passing a vehicle? I treat people on the side of the road like they are entitled to that whole lane. And if there's a car coming, I stop and I let them have the whole lane.
Absolutely.
Like there's nothing more that infuriates me than when I'm riding my bike or running and I reach out and I can touch them and I'm like, dude, if I fell or my dog went to the left, like that would just kill me. So yeah, no, that's not really cool. So I don't know what made me think about that. We were talking about that the other day and I'm just like, I think it's good. I was driving home and I was on the phone with Joe and like somebody did not give a pedestrian much room. It was like literally, I'm like, this girl could have touched the car. And that happened to my brother one time and he was on a motorcycle and they cut him off very closely like that. And he had steel toe boots. He took his foot and kicked the car. And my brother's in law enforcement. And I was like, okay, you go with your bad self. Like, I guess you'll show that person, won't you? So, yeah, true stories. I'm going to put all these names in here just in case you're wondering. Okay.
Yeah, do you want to go real quick and see who we got?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to let you start to talk a little bit about 9/11. This is going to be a hard one for JoJo. She's already had a hard day, so I'm surprised she's really wanting to talk about this. But I want to say this before we do anything. If you are in the service, if you've ever been in the service, if you are any type of law enforcement, if you've served in any armed forces, if EMT, if you are anybody that is in that field, thank you. Because without you, it makes life very difficult. So thank you.
I don't know how I want to say this. I think like you never forget where you were at on 9/11 unless you weren't born yet or under the age of probably 8. You know, like that's just realistic. I just want to say too, like it's been kind of hard on Facebook when people post pictures of people jumping out of windows or the smoke clouds with like firefighters or, any of those really graphic pictures, like they
People
should
jumping out of the
be
building.
like hidden, and because they're a trigger for people. People have post-traumatic stress disorder from that situation. Like where I went to college, we were very close to the White House, so we were under martial law. We had officers on campus with machine guns. We had no phone lines. The only way we could talk was through AOL chat back in the day. And my mom lived in England. They closed the borders. She couldn't come home even if she wanted to. She said it was the most terrifying experience she ever had of her life. She felt like she didn't have a country because she wasn't allowed to come home. My uncle works high security. I'm trying to how to say this without saying this, like high security for the Navy. My friend's father was on a flight to Boston, and it was one of the flights that was in question, and didn't know if he was alive or dead for over 24 hours. It was really scary. Like I had a lot of classmates' parents pass away in the towers. Like it was just a lot. And then I had a friend commit suicide, and we had to go to New York City shortly after 9/11, and we were in there, and they were still spraying down the buildings because there was still so much like debris, like the dirt like stirred up from the building falling, and the buildings were still falling. You know, it was really scary. And we also took one of the first flights out of Dulles, and I remember like machine guns and dogs everywhere. Like it was no joke. I don't know. For me, it just brings up a lot of feelings, and I think in Facebook, like, really bothers me, like, people posting those videos because they don't understand, like, how they trigger people. Like, I'm trying to say this the most kind way I can without sounding like a jerk because I want to.
Do you think, Joe, that some of those people that were posting that are posting and they were not there but know of the situation and they think that they're being thoughtful? Because I think
there's one girl I want to say in your hometown. You know, post a lot of really graphic videos and pictures.
People jumping out of buildings.
Yep. I had some friends who live in Dallas who were like, same thing, people jumping to their death and be like, oh my gosh, I wonder what was going through their mind. And it's like, it just gives me anxiety right now even talking about it. Like,
yeah,
a lot. Like I had a lot of family members die that year. It was really traumatic, like all the way around. So I just feel like some of those pictures should like come with warnings. Like they gotta trigger some people.
Yeah, and I think it's different for everybody in that experience. I think you hit the nail on the head because, you know, some people were truly, it's different for everybody. I will never forget where I was sitting, what I was wearing, who I was talking to, how I watched as Katie Couric and Matt Lauer sat there and talked about it, and they were like, they did not know what was going on, and they were interviewing someone on that was there, and they were like coming down off, they had just gotten off the subway, so they were looking north down, and then I saw the other plane, and I'm like, what the fudge just happened?
You thought it was a replay. You thought it was a replay. You didn't.
No, I knew it wasn't a replay because the building was burning, and the plane came, and I was like, I'm like, the other tower was just hit, and we were supposed to be there, and I told you this the other day, but we all are affected for different reasons. And some of us did have people that were there in that tower that might have been one of those people that jumped, that might have had a cousin, brother, sister, mother, you know, or someone who worked in that building, or someone who was on those planes, because it was more than just those buildings. There were other planes that were taken down, you know, and I remember those days having one of my friends on a flight and looking at that flight, and then there was no service. You remember that day? Like there was, I mean, I was an adult and I was adulting, but there was no service. You couldn't call, you couldn't get information. Like it was a very, very scary thing. It was very eye-opening for a lot of reasons. And so I guess one thing that I'm going to say to say this in Joe's, to say this for Joe as delicately as I can, two different personalities. Be aware when you post on social media, we all understand the intent, but think about it if you had lost somebody, how that would make you feel if your brother was the one who jumped and you didn't understand the reason behind it. So be careful when you post those videos and why. But 9/11, I love our country. I really love our country. Do I love everything about what happens in our country? No. But do I love the opportunities that we have and what our country is and our servicemen and women that fight for us to have everything that we have?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or
And
even
so
like the dogs, like those dogs, you know, that went in and like to find people, like, you know, they ended up with diseases after 9/11, like the first responders, like so many of them, and the animals, like inhaling that. I used to get chills talking about it because I can just like remember them like spraying the built, like just like overwhelming. Like,
yeah,
overwhelming.
it was very, very devastating. And I just thank you to everyone. And for those of you that have loved and lost in any circumstance, you know,
Yeah.
you and I talked about not only just 9/11. I remember I was in 5th grade when I watched the Explorer or the Challenger go up, and I was watching that. I remember sitting in class, and I remember I had a toothache, and I had found out that I just had my very first cavity, and I was eating a gummy bear or something like that, and it went up. The shuttle went up, and I was like, "Is that how it's supposed to?" You know, I'm like, the one in the back room. Is that what happens when they take off and they're going to space? And they're like, no, that is not what happens. And like, you know, you're in 5th grade. I know you're hungry. You're in 5th grade and you're just like eyes wide open, like, well, what's happening? And they're like, we don't know. And it's just like, well, where are they going to be? Like 1,000,001 questions, Lynette. So, but we just want to thank everyone for their service. But let's pick a winner, Joe, because let's go to some.
No, we didn't talk about the hurricane. I don't think we put it on there.
What?
We didn't talk about the hurricane.
Oh, we didn't put it on there.
Okay.
And it's time to go. It's 11:45 or 10:45. Let's do our giveaway.
Let's make sure we got everybody.
I did that while you were talking.
Wait, do you have mine?
Tell them to me and I'll make sure that I have them.
Celeste, Ellen.
Who?
Ellen.
I got Ellen.
Amanda.
You said Celeste. And who was the second one?
Celeste, Ellen, Amanda.
Yep.
Lauren.
Yep.
Megan.
Yep.
Katie.
Yep.
Drusilla.
Yep.
Kathy Spedafora.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I got.
I did. Okay, so this is for a good one, y'all. This is for a MAC Makeup Lipstick Matte Mini Matte. Oh, mouthful. M3. Starbucks gift card. Get you some pumpkin spice and everything nice. And this cute little bag. And I'm going to leave all these names in it for you. It'll be like confetti.
Love it.
Who's it going to be now? Can you hear Bentley?
Yeah, he's so cute.
Katie.
Katie Higgins.
Aww, how fun. So just send me your address and I'll get this mailed out to you tomorrow, girlfriend. If you get it to me tonight, I'll get it to you tomorrow because I'm actually going to the post office tomorrow. I have stuff to mail out. So, and I'll put everything in this cutie little baggie. All right, y'all. Good night. Thanks for shopping.